What's up, everybody? Josie here, and today I'll be giving you a new review. And it's not a movie this time, but a new CD, a new album, and that is Tech Nine's Collabo Dominion. Um, so I've been a fan of Tech Nine for a while. I tend to pre-order all of his albums, and I'm a big fan of the Collabos albums that he does, and that's usually he does those with collaboration with the rest of the Strange Music roster, the other artists on his label. And I really love these albums. I think they tend to be my favorite just because I am such a big fan of majority of the Strange Music roster. There's a few artists that aren't really my thing, and I don't and that I don't listen to, but for the most part, I'm a big fan. So I pre-ordered this album, the deluxe edition, and that came with the T-shirt. And I think the T-shirt is one of my favorites. Actually, it's very simple in design, but I think that's what makes it so great. Sometimes simplicity is better. It also comes with bonus tracks. I believe there were three, and it comes with a bonus DVD. As well as autographs, as you could tell. My issue with this version is I feel a bit let down, and that's because the DVD I thought it was gonna be something like we had in special effects or in something else, which was like behind the scenes um footage and behind the scenes, like kind of like a documentary sort of thing of the making of the album and all that stuff. I'm really intrigued by that sort of stuff because you get a glimpse at kind of like behind the doors, behind how how it all comes together. And you hear Tech Nine talking about it, and you see his passion, right? So I was under the impression it was going to be the same thing for this one. However, the bonus DVD is just a collection of music videos, and I mean, it's a nice inclusion. Um, and there's a total of 19 videos on the disc, so there's plenty of videos. And it's pretty cool. It ranges from different artists, so they're not just text videos. You get almost everybody on there, and it's cool. Just I think I would have preferred behind the scenes style of video. So for those who are on the fence on getting the deluxe or the standard, honestly, I think you're better off with the standard. There's not a big difference with the deluxe. So another thing, I know it's probably not a big deal to most, and I'm kind of used to it by now. But the little booklet that comes in it, it's very plain. The Strange Music album seems to be they seem to all have the same format. And I think for this one, it would have been nice if you had like in on the inside like more behind the scene pictures. With the different artists. That would have been cool. Like I said, it's not a big deal, and that's not a big selling point. Obviously you're buying it for the music. I just thought that would have been cool. Would have been cool to have. Uh, Now for the album itself and whether or not it's good, that's gonna depend on you, and that's mostly because out of all the Collabos album, this one feels the least like a Tech Nine album, and depending on you, that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. Now, if you're a person who doesn't like the Strange Music team, or just listens to Tech Nine and that's all you listen to, that's all you like, then you might not like this album as much. But if you're a person like me who really likes the majority of the Strange Music team and likes listening to all those rappers like Says Crew, Mayday, Stevie Stone, um, then for you, you're gonna really enjoy this one, I think, because in an interview, Tech Nine mentioned how he did this one differently. How usually he picks the beats and then he records his verses and pretty much lays out how he wants the track to be, what the subject matter is, and then he sends it out to the artist who he thinks will fit best to that track. Now, from what he said in an interview, is that basically he did the opposite for this one. So he told the artist to send him the beats and their stuff. So they recorded first, and then they send him the stuff. And so basically, um, basically they're not Tech N9ne songs. They're so let's say there's a song with Stevie Stone, it'll be Stevie Stone featuring Tech N9ne and whoever else is on there. So what this does, it kind of gives you a big sense of how the Strange Music team and how these artists kind of work. And it highlights and emphasizes just how good they are. So like one of the prime examples and kind of like my favorite song off the album. It's like track number 8. It's called Some Good, and this is a JL track. Now JL is the newest member signed on, and I'm like eager waiting for his album to drop because I'm a big fan of him. So when that song comes out, it's very clearly a JL track, but it's featuring Tech N9ne on it, and they're all like this. In fact, there's some songs where Tech N9ne's not in it at all. So you're gonna get the least Tech N9ne on this album, as opposed to all the other Collabos album. And for me, that's not necessarily a bad thing because you do get to see what the Strange Music team has to offer, and basically, he's he's kind of using him to lift these other guys up, and that's pretty cool. It also uh, you get the sense that Tech N9ne's like stepping it up because obviously he doesn't know what to expect when he's getting these tracks, and then when he listens to it, he has to step up his game, and it really makes for some interesting stuff. As an album, it feels less like an album, more like a collection of songs, and I think for this collabos for these collabos, I think that's okay. That's just the nature of um of this type of album. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, if you're you're really looking forward to Tech N9ne, you're gonna get less of him. Um, some of the other standout tracks, like I said, Some Good was really good. The first track, Drama, which kind of opens up the album, I think it's a good opener as well. And towards the end, I really like I think my favorite ones are the ones towards the end of the album. They're kind of like slower, more mellow sort of tracks, and they're really good. Um, I think I'm a bit disappointed that Prozac and Brother Lin Chung, they only have one track each on here, and they're really good. I just wish I would have gotten more of them. But however, since it is such a big roster, you obviously can't fit a lot, and also unfortunately there is no Big Scoob on here, which kind of sucks, But I guess he just didn't fit, or I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the behind the scenes of all this. You also get a lot of the new guys, I think a lot of the Strange Music fans have been very vocal about these new people because they're worried that Strange Music is gonna lead more towards pop, and I'm not one of those people. I think it's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily listen to all the new guys, but I don't hate it. It's there, and I think we're not meant to like everything. I think Strange Music is getting all these great artists, and there's enough artists where you could pick and choose. You only like Tech N9ne, you only like Mayday. That's fine. You're gonna get plenty of that. And but it is nice to see some of the other guys because you get a bigger sense of how their music's gonna be. Specifically with Mackenzie Nicole. Now we've seen her like for since KOD when we first heard her, and recently we've been kind of seeing her come to her own, and on this album you kind of get a little bit more of her, and you get a real sense of how her music's going to be. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to say it's a solid album, solid music, but if you're looking for a strictly Tech N9ne album, then you might want to pass this. If you want a Strange Music album, then this is going to be great. This is great. um that's pretty much it. Like I said, wish there would have been more Prozac on here because I think he's one of my favorite. Very underrated. Or, well, I wouldn't say underrated. I think most of the Strange Music fans kind of know. Um, but yeah, that's it. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think about the album. I know I probably missed a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to point out, but my mind just kind of blank. I'm gonna keep listening to it because it feels like one of those albums that I'll probably like more over time. The more I listen to it. So yeah, guys. That's it for this video. And see you guys next time.